Say, man, y'all already know who it is. Pull up like money, get money. We ain't never slumming. On God.
See on the back of this trailer, see how they put up under here on a brace. Everything, the beam right there, and the beam back here in the back. Then they're bolted on, so they don't come out. That's a brace to keep the trailer from hit and jump up in the back a little bit, and don't pull up on the tracks and come out. You see up on the body right now, this trailer. What you doing? How it look? How it's gonna look at the end? All these braces we put in here. You have. When you the guys add beams up under the trailer here, you gotta add one right here in the middle, one here in the middle, they got one there in the middle, and they got one right there in the middle. 4 beams in here. Floor. It flex the floor back up so that you're all flush inside. Man, one of the beams, he's well, one back there in the back, one right here he's working on now and finishing up. Yeah, well, one right here in the middle, and then one up here in the middle. 2 more to put on, that's it. They're gonna finish it back on. You have to cover those holes up in there, or welding these plates right here on for the chain to hook around. Safety chain to hook around. You just put on there. This way to cover those holes and then fix it the right way they could have sent it out. One more time. You see where the little brown spots are, like these little spots right here? That's where you put a beam in. So now you look up under here. You can look up under here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beams up under there. 8 beams. Showed you all the beams up under there. You did great work. See what they're getting ready to do to fix the little piece on for the lips. Right here to seal. Put this beam right here.
Oh, la soldadura.
These guys are doing a hell of a job right here.
La
Fixing this
aquí.
trailer. Here, we took that beam back down. We're going to cut a piece off. We're going to go right back in the middle. And see where the lines at, and line send over that. They put the last piece on. They're going to lock that piece right there on. The guys are finished. This is the finished work they did up under here. Put a beam up under there. As you see, they put the support there. Put the bracket around the thing right here. So everything is done. Very pleased, both sides. And put 4 beams across all the way up. And they did, come here. And they did this right here for me as well. I'm very pleased with the work they did. One on both sides. One over there and one right here.
All right, you guys, so as you see, these are some of the finishing updates right here. Safety chain and hook. We have an extra safety chain we installed here. We had installed here from Forestville Welding and Ironworks here in Forestville, Maryland. They added me an extra securement piece right here for safety. And due to these bins being much heavier than the actual PJ and Max D brands, these bins are much heavier. You can feel it, so just to feel safe, a little extra securement. Like he said, all these extra little white marks you see is where they added extra support beams. So they added 4 support beams. Someone with the 4 that was already under here, so it's 8 in total. That's it. As I stated earlier, let me show y'all the inside right quick. As you all see right here, they went ahead and shaved that down. And once the floor gets some weight on it, they said with the new cross members, once you put some weight on it, it'll go ahead and get that little flex out in the middle and everything will be nice and even. But they went ahead and shaved that corner down that edge for me so no trash will get hung up on it. Still getting used to these doors, y'all. I can honestly say this was money well spent for my comfortability when hauling this down the road, transporting, getting ready to deliver a roll-off, due to these not being PJs or Max D brand style bins, because their bins are very similar, even though they're made by 2 companies. Max D fits on PJs, PJs fits on Max D trailers. This is American-made dumpster, bath style tub dumpster, 20-yarder, not barn style type doors, but an actual regular solid one frame door that opens and closes with of course a different latching style and coupling setup, or whatever you might want to call it. It just has a different locking mechanism as opposed to the barn style doors. With that being said, the total cost for everything was pretty much $800. It was $797 in total, pretty much. It was like $796.60, but let's just go ahead and round it off to $800 pretty much total. And keep in mind, guys, this was just one bin. I still have to get the other bin and have the other things taken care of as well. So with that being said, that'll most likely be realistically another $800. So $1,600 in total if I had to get both of these bins done up the same way, which I am going to have to do. But the best thing is one is done for now, so that's all that matters. Other than that, you guys, as you see right here, got it hooked up. But other than that, all I have to say is I have a dispute I filed against American-made dumpsters. I just want to let you know this is the company out of Florida. The owner, not only did he duck me for a week, going on a week and a half now, going almost 2 weeks, he hasn't tried to reach back out to me, respond. I emailed his assistant, sent her pictures, video of the damages done to the trailer, what was missing, things that, you know, they said they made PJ style bins and they made them all the time. And if you understand and you make PJ style bins, I wouldn't have had to go in pocket and spend excess amount of money to do improvements for it to be safe, especially underneath, the underneath part, like I say, where you actually go underneath. And the two pins, like I'm saying, the two little pins on both sides, they hook in and stops the dumpster from trying to jump out the track or whatnot when you transport it or hitting the bump. Oh, excuse me, y'all. But yeah, so like pretty much I filed a dispute with my credit card company, and we pretty much estimated it. We thought, you know, for both, it probably would have been around like $80,000, but shoot, just with all the work, it ended up being just $800 in itself just for one bin. So I disputed, I did the dispute before I even just had the work done today. So the dispute ended up being for a grand total of $1,000. So I'm asking for my credit card company to go back at this company. They're doing some janky shit. It's not honorable. It's not commendable. People, they're not trying to be, it's not good business. It's not good business at all. Anytime you got a company that just wants to take your money with me being out of state, due to me being out of state, and not trying to help and resolve this issue or the problems that occurred. So, you know, realistically, just with the way everything went, I wouldn't want to deal with this company again in the near future. I would look elsewhere to buy these same type bins, just have another company build them for me, manufacture them. But I'm just waiting now to hear something back from the credit card company now to see how they're going to resolve this matter. That's all. So like I say, $1,000 dispute in. It's been in for about a week now. So I will update you guys once I get the final say-so on that. Pretty much, let me finish wrapping this up and make this short, sweet, and to the point. Deal with a company who honors their client, their customer, who values their dollar, and who's going to take great consideration of their concerns or problems when addressed or bring it up in discussion and whatnot. Because, man, even though I didn't take the monies out of my bank account on my credit union, this is still hard-earned money I had to work and save for it and just be able to account for that I have to make payments back to my credit card. So, you know, they already got paid. They got their money up front. I still had to pretty much take my monies and pay for everything. But it's just, you don't want to deal with companies who don't care, especially when you're out of state. And they're like, okay, well, F it. It's yours now. You got what you got. That's your problem. And they're ducking you. They're not returning your calls. They're not trying to respond to your emails. So, yeah, like, that's crazy. So, like I say, American-made dumpsters is a company who jipped me like that. Deal with them at your own cost, at your own risk, at your own expense, might I add. But like I say, the bin is not terrible. The bin's a well-built bin. It's sturdy, but just the little things, the things that they could have addressed and tried to compensate me for. I shouldn't even have to file a dispute, y'all, with my credit card company, a new credit card company at that. I shouldn't even have had to go out my way to file a dispute. So what does that say? All right, you as you see, it's the company here that did the work for me. It's an invoice, transaction. That's what I had added to it, excuse me. That's what I had added to it. Yeah, you say that was the total. All right, done deal. But like I say, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the next episode or next segment. Your boy, Justin. Hey, man, say, man, y'all already know who it is. Pull up like money, get money. We ain't never slumming. On God.